Scout friends. This is the introduction to our primary colour and secondary colour series. We are going to make 6 pieces of art. We're going to be doing lots of colouring. If you don't like colouring, then you can do a little bit of colouring. But if you do like colouring, then you're going to really enjoy this section. I would like to make sure that you keep all pieces of your work and also make sure that your adults know what you are using when you are colouring. Here are the materials I've collected. 3 pieces of newspaper, 1 for each of the primary colours. 3 pieces of plain white paper, 1 for each of the primary colours. And 3 sets of mark making materials, 1 for each of the primary colours, red, blue and yellow. Your materials could be things like dotters, could be marker pens. I have a couple of different sets here. Crayons, lots of different types of crayon in my house. Pencils, and I have oil pastels. You might have oil pastels. I even have some chalk pastels right here. So, and of course we need the pot to tidy them up in at the end, the pots for all of the colours. So, here we go. Let's get started. Hello everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone. It's nice to have you here. Woo! Today we are going to be doing some colouring. We are going to be colouring red. Red is a primary colour. First of all, you need your protective covering for your table or your surface, wherever you're working, on the floor. Maybe you're working on the floor, but you still need to protect it with your newspaper. You will need a piece of paper. This is just a plain old piece of paper. And you will need a collection of red colouring materials. I have pencil, I have a dotter, I have marker pens, I have crayons. Oh my gosh, so many crayons. I have an oil pastel, I have chalk. And we are going to use them all to colour this beautiful piece of paper. And I want to see as few peekaboos as possible, which means we have to do some really big colouring. And we have to do some really good scribbles. Lots and lots of big movements. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, round and round and round. I've already used that one, but I like that one so much because I coloured it really dark, but I can also colour it light. I'm going to do a little frame with my chalk. Look at all that dust! Remember, when we're using chalk dust, we don't blow it, we just shake it. That's why we have a protective covering on our table. Oh, dotter, let's try this one. See if we can make some big bangs. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that splatting! Fantastic! I love it! Now, what else? Pencil. Oh, I can colour nice and lightly with my pencil. It's quite a gentle colour. It doesn't have to be big. You can do tiny, tiny movements with your pencil. You can do tiny movements with any of these pieces of material. Tiny, tiny little circles. Tiny, tiny little dots. Dot, 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 dot. How many different types of line can you do? How many different types of scribble can you do? Let's see. Scribbling is really important. That's how we learn how to do all of our letters in our lives ever in the future, is if we learn how to scribble. So don't knock it. It's all good fun. Have I used everything? Not yet. How many different types of mark making materials do you have in your creative space? I wonder. You might just have one. And if you just have one, then all you have to do is use that one and try as many different marks as you possibly can. Maybe you like to draw shapes as well. I like shapes. Shapes are good. Here we go. I'm drawing a square. Oh, there we go. Now, when you have finished, we are going to do our tidy up time. We always have to make sure we tidy up after we finished our piece of art. So, I'm going to do the tidy up song, and I'm going to make sure that all of the lids are on the pens, and I'm going to make sure that everything goes back into the collection jar that we had it in before, okay? Tidy up time, tidy up time, time to put the toys away. Tidy up time, tidy up time, time for boys and girls to stop their play. There we go, nice and tidy. Now, keep this piece of art because we are going to use it later on. Put it to the side. Then you can have fun scratching up your newspaper with all of that chalk dust on it. Throwing it away. Now we're moving on to blue. I have my collection of blue mark making materials. I have my newspaper for protecting the surface. Always remember to protect the surface. And I have my piece of paper for colouring on. We're going to do exactly the same kind of colouring that we did with our red piece, but we're doing it with blue. So, let's take all of these gorgeous materials out of my pot. Ooh, which one should I start with? I think the dotter, because this one I really like doing these big bangs. And it's splattered and it's so cool. Dot, dot, dot everywhere. Oh, so pretty. I really like that one. And I have a crayon here that has glitter in it. You have to press quite hard, so you have to be pretty strong to colour with this one so that you can see the glitter on the paper. And oh wow, it's really sparkly. I hope you guys get to try one of these. Don't forget all of your scribbles. You have to use lots of types of lines. I like these round, loop-de-loop-de-loop lines. Loop-de-loop-de-loop. That one makes me giggle. Here we go, oil pastels. Nice and strong. But you can also do these ones softly. They're a bit gentle if you want them to be. I'm going to colour all the way. It doesn't even matter if you colour off your white paper because you've got your protective covering on your table. So it doesn't, you're not going to mark anything up. So if you do such big scribbles that you mark over them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Here's another crayon. I'm going to do small movements with this crayon. Colour in little spaces that I created with my big scribbles. There we go. Oh, and this marker pen. I'm going to do curvy lines. This one's running out of ink. You might find that some of yours are running out of ink as well. That's okay. It just makes a different type of blue. A lighter blue. There we go. I think I've used almost everything. I haven't used my pencil crayon yet. There we go. Now I've finished doing all of my colouring. It's time to tidy up your space. Tidy up time, tidy up time, time to put the toys away. Tidy up time, tidy up time, time for boys and girls to stop their play. Scrunch up that newspaper, boys and girls. Keep everything inside. Throw it away, but don't throw away your piece of paper that you've just finished colouring. Keep it together. Remember, we kept your red one, kept your blue one. Keep them together because we're going to use them in another project later. We've done blue, we've done red. And now we're going to do the last of our primary colours, yellow. One of my favourite colours. Don't forget to put your protective covering on your surface. Newspaper. There we go, all ready to go. And your blank piece of paper to colour on. And all of your yellow colouring materials. Juicy colours, I love it, I love it. Ooh, I'm going to start with chalk. Now we create a lot of dust with chalk, but we don't blow it. You shake it off into your newspaper so that it doesn't mess up any surface ever. You can do squiggly lines, squiggly squiggly, squiggly. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. That's a really bright marker pen. My oil pastel, nice and dark. I'm going to make a frame with this one. There we go. All the way around the edge of my paper. All the way around the edge. There we go. Dotters. I'm going to keep them all in one corner because I feel like it. I like the noise that it makes. Yeah, there we go. Now another crayon, I think. This is a different shade of yellow. This one is darker. And I'm coloring small movements this time. There we go. Small, small, small spaces. That. And I think my glitter crayon is going to be the last color that I use on my yellow piece of paper. The last material that I use. Oh, you have to press really hard. You have to have strong muscles on this one. You have to press hard. And sometimes when you're pressing hard and coloring, you even rip the paper because you're being so strong. So we kind of have to be a little bit gentle as well as pressing hard. That's really shiny, glittery, fantastic. All right. Now, as we always do, we have to do our tidy up song. We have to tidy up everything when we finished doing our creation. You don't have to rush it. You can take your time. But when you have finished, I want you to tidy up after yourself, okay? So I'm going to put my things away with the tidy up song. Tidy up time, tidy up time. Time to put the toys away. Tidy up time, tidy up time. Time for boys and girls to stop their play. There we go, all my things are away. I'm going to scrunch up my newspaper, keep all of that dust inside it so nobody gets cross. Your grown-ups don't have to worry about messing things up. There we go. Now, I have my yellow. I have my blue. And I have my red. All three of our primary colors that we promised to color this week. Finished, done. Beautiful. You do not have to rush these. You do not have to do them all at the same time. I want you to enjoy coloring. Now I'm going to sing the goodbye song. Goodbye everyone, goodbye everyone, goodbye everyone. It was nice to have you here.